Now we're going to be talking about special populations, particularly a client with high blood pressure. What is your understanding of high blood pressure?
My understanding of high blood pressure is due to obese for some people, the family history, 120/80. That's what it's probably really normal. When you go up to 140/90, that's you start a bit, you had to monitor that high blood pressure. But otherwise, this basically is high blood pressure.
Okay. What are some contraindications to exercise when someone has high blood pressure?
Well, firstly, obviously, you need the clearance from the doctor first before you can actually try to screen your client if they got a high blood pressure. Probably starting with like something like cardio, treadmills, and you can see how their heart react to that. And then eventually build up from there. But you probably really have to carefully monitor and just watch your client, especially when they've got a high blood pressure.
Yep. What are some appropriate modifications that you can do based on, so if someone comes to you with high blood pressure, what can you modify with your training to ensure that it's safe?
It's probably what I would do is, especially with high blood pressure, it's try to very light exercise, cardiovascular.
Okay.
This probably that's what I would do to begin with.
Excellent. Okay. Now, working with a client with lower back pain, what is your understanding of the lower back pain condition?
The lower back is it the spine. The spine is it the spinal or for some people the muscle.
Okay.
The muscle. Let's say the ball of muscle on the core, or on the back. But the back pain is well, for me, I think it's believed that a lot of people they put back pain is their core. It's need to be straightened. But I think that's one thing that if someone comes with back pain, to me, what I would do, I'm probably going to just try to consider their core, their abs, because it's holding their back.
Okay. Explain some contraindications to exercise in relation to lower back pain.
I would do exercise rolling on the floor. Just start with like as a warm up. I would use the back extension.
Okay.
Use the back extension.
Okay. What are some things that you wouldn't do though with someone who has lower back pain? What are some things you would avoid? What sort of things would you avoid?
I would be trying to avoid anything to do with squat.
Okay.
Especially squat. I think squat, deadlift.
Okay.
Deadlift is probably really dangerous for someone with lower back, especially. I think most to exercise and to just be trying to avoid them from, especially when they do cable, and you can see them swimming around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's either the weight is too heavy, just drop the weight to a weight that they can actually comfortable with, which is avoiding the swimming around.
Okay. So what are some appropriate modifications that you can do for the condition? For example, like modifications like with impact, or what are some things that you would modify with someone with lower back pain?
Modify.
Yeah. So what sort of modifications would you make? Like, would you modify the impact of exercises, the intensity? What sort of things would you do?
Intensity is probably, probably I will go with the intensity.
Okay.
Yeah, probably will go with intensity, but again, I just have to watch the back, and when I will probably suggest the back belt.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to stabilize the back.
Okay.
For anything that I do, and they can eventually take it off.
Okay.
When you see the client is starting to get their form right.
Okay.
The posture is become right.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move to a client with an injury, a knee injury. What does knee injury mean to you? What does a knee injury condition? What's your understanding of a knee injury?
Knee injuries, well, probably a lot of the time is the ligament in the knee. Most of the knee problem, knee injuries come from obviously physical sport, which is just probably most knee injuries. People get injuries from knee injuries is because of having sport, popping of the knee, whatever. Say.
Okay.
If you got the knee injury is your ligament, and it's what I would suggest is probably just do like a kneecap to put in your knee, but you probably try to stabilize their knees of how to make it feel better.
Okay, so technique.
Okay.
Technique. Yep. So this you kind of we'll get to that part. But what are some things that you would avoid? So some contraindications. So things that you would avoid with exercises related to knee injury. So if I come to you, I've got a knee injury. What exercises would you avoid?
I think especially squat.
Yep.
I'll probably really avoid doing squat.
Okay.
Firstly, is squat. Legs extension is not too bad, but it's probably on a very lightweight to start.
Okay.
But the squat is probably
so avoid squatting.
Probably no.
Okay. What about like high impact stuff? Would an individual be okay, or should they be avoiding high impact activities?
Yeah, probably avoid.
Yeah.
Probably avoid, I would say.
Okay. All right. And then what are some appropriate modifications that you would make to, I mean, you did mention a few earlier, but what other things would you suggest to modify with your exercises when you're doing them with your clients who's got a knee injury?
Lunges.
Yep.
Lunges.
Modify the weight.
Lunges is probably one of the modify.
Okay, awesome. Anything else that you'd want to express about knee injuries and how to train people with knee injuries?
Knee injuries, stretch. I mean, I think the stretch is really important.
Okay.